How fast?
Aye.
Red Devil. Silence. You think Connor needs new material? Yep. I think you're right. Speed hacked. I've nearly finished the cake. That's a nice night sky. Miles to go. We might actually be on time with this one, you know. Oh boy, hang on. Crazy speeds are us. Jeremiah, thank you for 27 months. Right, what was the job required? Expected between 1 and 8 a.m. And we're currently ETA in 8 a.m. Blimey, this is going to be close. The Book of Bad Jokes. Oh yeah, it's just over here. I'll send Connor some material. Cake's gone. Sad face. No, I wasn't reaching for the book. There's cake between me and the book, Valtiel. If I reach for the book, I'll end up with cake. The book is actually out of reach. See you, Ozzy. I could possibly reach this if I try. 1 second. Thank you, I was a pirate. For 14 months. Ah, I got it. I got the book. Right, first person to give me a page number. $56, right. Page 56. There's only 2 jokes on page 56. The first joke is, waiter, do you serve snails? Yes, sir, we serve anyone that comes in. And the second joke on that page, what do angry mice send each other in December? What do angry mice send each other in December? Cross mouse cards. Connor, that's you should write that down, Connor. That's a good one for you, Connor. Right, next person to give me a page. 42. 42. Okay, we have 2 jokes again. What should you give a sick bird? Treatment. It's painful. It's painful. It's really painful. And the second joke on that page, which hopefully is just as great as the first one. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. There we go. Why can't a leopard hide? Because he's always spotted. Right out of the Christmas Cracker joke book. What do you mean some of these aren't too bad? Connor, that's what I'd say to your rubbish joke. Lol. Did anyone ever tell you look like Louis C.K. the comedian? Nope. And I honestly have no idea who that is. Why doesn't the last page just say I'll get my coat? Oh, hello, we're being overtaken by a truck on the inside of a blind bend. Well, let's see how that works out for you, buddy. Not too great, I can see. Right, first person to give me a page. 69, right. Page 69 it is. I need to slow down now, it's getting a bit twisty. I'm trying to read page numbers and drive. Oh, did you see that? The speed limit went down to 37 and then flashed back to 56. Mazda Mike, 34 months, we're catching up again. Neelansh, I fine you for reading these. Lol. I was told to. It's all good, we got this. Right, here we go. Oh, there's only one thing on the page. One joke, guys. Here we go. Looks like a conversation between Annie and Danny. Annie says, what does Santa do in summer? Danny says, he's a gardener. Annie says, how do you know that then? Danny says, because he's always saying, ho, ho, ho. Deep breath. Deep breath. You still want me to carry on? Don't. Oof. Do you see that? It went down a ramp and the speed limit dropped. That was like a really narrow road back onto the bridge. Right, first one to give me a page number. 78. '78 has 2 jokes on it. First one. Why are Christmas trees like bad knitters? They both drop their needles. Okay, second joke. Why do cows lie down when it's raining? To keep their udder dry. I think I'm done here. I can actually feel a headache coming on reading these. Right, where's the drop off then? Here? I don't think we're gonna have enough turnaround space here. Let's have a look where we are. It does look a bit like the wall but dropped, doesn't it? You go all the way back there. I don't actually light the yard up properly. Like a glove. Wow, that's the first job we've done tonight where we actually got all the money and the XP for it. Profit. I'm not bothered about the money. Killed by a manhunter pack of cats, naked and incapable of violence. RimWorld is brutal.
Happy anniversary.
Why are you incapable of violence? It's not because of that, Captain Flip. It's because A, we didn't go over twisty mountain passes. B, I didn't have a ridiculously sized load. And C, it wasn't urgent. Steve, almost a year. Right, I need a bio break. Since when does Squirrel have a beard? Since the 7th of November last year, dude. Which is the last time... Well, before that, you were here. mankind. Create a random character and they all have pros and cons. The worst con is being completely weak and feeble with violence. Oh dear. Be right back. Toilet break. And I'm back. Alright, let's see where we are in the world. Right, we are all the way down here. So we could... So if we end up going westbound, we could take that road, which looks a bit twisty. And if we go northbound, that's all new as well. Your opinion, Train Sim World has already lost to Dero Valley as a Steam Train fan and want to drive them. Well, just bear in mind, ProDrive, they've only got one Steam Train in the game, and they don't have the rights to make any actual Steam Trains. Like, they can only make made-up ones. A bit like when Euro Truck started out, and they had, you know, trucks that looked like a Scania or a Renault, but were called like other things, because they didn't have the legal right to use the name. Hot cross bun with butter. Nice. Owing that joke gets said to me at least twice a year. At least. I think Volvo should have been called Ovjov in Eurotruck before they got the name. That would have been funny. Fertilizer? Or an office? Might drive down there then. See what they've got down here. Let's go here. You're personally okay with the look of like trains that are still in development? Hey. just driving like locals, it's fine. Can't believe I got fined for that. Why don't you just become a real truck driver? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Guys, we've got one in chat. We've got one. The old, if you're playing a sim, why don't you just go and do it for real? Why on earth would you do that? Troll radar activated. Steve, thank you for almost a year, dude. Mazda Mike, I think I read that one. Make money off of something instead of for fun. If that's your goal, is to just make the money, then yeah, there's no point playing a sim. In fact, there's no point gaming. In fact, what are you doing here on Twitch? Just go and earn some money somewhere. You're not earning money now. Fortnite servers went down, yeah. Time is money, friends. Hey man, I like that. If you ever played World of Warcraft, you'll know that quote. Time is money, friends. Was there a little goblin? I can't remember the character's name that used to say that. It was like a little goblin trader, I think it was. You can get the KSP DLC for less because you bought the early version of KSP. It had Saturn 5 parts, Russia stuff, and more. I don't think I just think I'm interested in playing KSP anymore. Oh boy, that bend is not clearly indicated as being that sharp for a 56-mile-an-hour speed limit. Although that biker doesn't care very much. Right, these bends. I'm playing BMG, but that doesn't mean to say I want to work as a crash test dummy. Lol. Bridge hype. Does this give way? Who gives way here? I don't know. Why do people play The Sims? They could just go and be a person in real life. Tell you what, let's back up here and have a look at the jobs. Let's go back. FM Geezer, dude, that question, honestly, somebody comes in here about every, I don't know, 1 or 2 months and just says that. It's his exact thing. They don't ask a question, really. It's more of a troll question. It's more of a, why are you playing this game when you could be doing something for real question. It's not a genuinely, like, it's not a question that's aimed at getting a good response. It's a question aimed at soliciting anger, really. What it really boils down to is FM Geezer is they look at it and think this is a stupid game, so they come up with a smart question like that. That's really what it is. Empty pallets. I don't want to go there. Hang on, there's another little pickup point just to the west that I can't click on. That one. Let's go and have a look over there. What about the guys who truck because of your streams? There are people who are now pilots because of my videos. There are people who are now truck drivers and train drivers and bus drivers because of my streams and videos. They all started by playing this game or watching my content and then ended up doing it for real. I know this because they've told me. Lots of them have told me. Spawning. Well, that's true, FM Geezer. Not everybody. Wait a minute, it's the same job. That's exact. Like, literally, look at it. If I click on that town there, I get empty pallets to Jalpa. And if I click on that town, I get empty pallets. The same job. In two different places. Or the classic why spend X on this sim when you could fly drive for real. That as well. I did discover, didn't I? Hang on. Did discover, I'm sure I did. What? In the sat nav it had gone yellow. Lies, apparently. Let's go further down here. Okay, I don't know what I have to do to discover this town. I'm just going to fly to the pickup point. See what happens. That's so weird. Wheat? Frozen veg or frozen fruit? They basically all go back that way. Might go to Tamasopo and see if we can get something that heads north. Jack Griff, welcome back.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Wow, this town discovery thing. Thank you for 29 months. Again, I don't know where we need to go to discover. Let's try here. That's just not.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Tex Cubs, thank you for 5 months. Not one of these jobs is generating northbound. Not one. Geek Dude, welcome back. Might go up to this town and then we can actually get a job that way. El Naranjo. Whoa. The heck? Flying around Syria at night. How to confuse yourself. You checked the wrong city in the job market. Did I? I thought I checked the one called Tamasopo. Let's try and get these unlocked here. There's a Walmart over here. Should do it. Come on. Why is that not unlocked it? You can't just chat nav it around here. Nobody knows Mexico. Nobody.
Welcome to the nut house.
How do I get this thing to actually discover the town? It's just... everywhere I go, it just says you've not discovered the town. Nitro Boy, thank you for gifting a sub to Ace Face. Welcome, Ace Face. Thank you very much, Nitro. Like, seriously, all I want is a job that heads this way. That's all I want. Then we can drive up there. Why will it not generate a job that goes up there? Got a bit of work to do before bed. Foxhound, good night, sir. There we go. Finally. Dry fruits.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Connor, this is my last show for the evening, and this will prove I am the king of jokes. Drum roll, please. What's a horse's favourite TV show? Neighbours. Connor, you truly are the king of bad jokes. What do you mean it wasn't too bad? That joke is like as old as the planet, that joke. Welcome back, Guitar Wes. You've heard better from Ken Dot. What? You're easily pleased, Hammer. Right, let's have a look at the routing. Oh my god, Smithy. Connor's been horsing around too much. Oh. Right, new road type. New road type. What is going on here? It's the weirdest town. Like, you're approaching from here. You have to turn around at the fuel station if you want. This is the weirdest road system ever. You have to go all the way around or go via the petrol station and back. Classic. Have you ever thought about putting a roundabout in town?
Ay, ay, ay.
Bob, £2 says you'll be late again. Wait a minute, Bob. I think you'll find I was not late on my previous job. Retract your slanderous comments. Clear.
Welcome back.
Wait, you can't just turn into me, bro. What is wrong with you? You literally can't just turn your stupid vehicle right into me. There might be something in the way. Jeez, man. Welcome back, Zomdog. USA is okay, but you prefer USB.
Ay, ay, ay.
Bob, £2 says you might be late on this job. Okay, Bob. You're on. Cole, see, the stream funnies will be based on the highlights that you see at the start of the stream now. I'll make a monthly one of those. Atarium? That's how we say your name? Welcome to the house, Atta. You can wager $5. I don't break the speed limits. Deliberately, anyway. Every now and again, though, the game will, like, do something stupid. It'll be 50 miles an hour, and then it'll be 36 and 50. Roadmaster, I hope you're feeling better. I think by the end of this week, Roadmaster will be fine. Thank you. How good are the GT Omega chairs? I think I've had this one for 2.5 years. And I've sat at it, I mean, I don't even want to think about how many hours I've sat in this chair. It's a lot. The Master XL, like if you're a big guy like me, Master XL is a good choice. I could do with a new base on this chair. It's getting a little bit uncomfy now. I think I've squished it. Wow, that's a mess. But they're pretty solid. Dave, I've fallen asleep in my chair many times, bro. What the heck? Is that a horse? That was a horse, wasn't it? Oh boy. Distracted by the horse running around? I'm sure that was a horse. This is such a twisty road out of here. Your hands are massive, they're half the size of the wheel. No problem, J. Rinder. At a resume, didn't mean to try to entice anger, I was just curious. One sec. As to why not go and make a boat's load of money doing truck driving. Here's the thing, Atta. I wasn't offended, by the way. So here's the thing. I like playing sim games, right? And the reason I like it, I guess, is because I just like trying out what it's like to be a truck driver, or what it's like to be a train driver, to operate complex machinery that, frankly, there's no other way I could even try unless, as you say, I went into that as a career and trained for years and all the rest of it. So I've taken my flight simming to the next level and got my pilot's license, so I've already done that for real, but I'm not doing it to earn money. I'm doing it for pleasure. But as I said on chat earlier, I have no intention of doing the same thing with trucks, because although I can fly a plane for fun and record it, frankly, I don't want to drive trucks for fun. But I still enjoy doing it in the sim. I still enjoy it. Same with train sim. I've no intention of becoming a train driver. But I still enjoy driving trains in a sim. You can't do everything, but with a sim you can try everything, right? And I chose this as my career. I spent many years in IT as a career and then chose to make videos and stream as my career. This is what I want to do, and this is what I'm doing. So I'm not going to change it and become a truck driver. Because if I did become a truck driver, I'd have to stop streaming and making videos straight away. So I don't think anybody here wants that either. Yeah, the graphics package does pop in night to day a bit weirdly. It's the graphics mod I'm using, I think, it's doing that. But you know, there are people that can't become a pilot because they're colorblind. There are people that can't become truck drivers because they're disabled. People that can't do many things, but they do them in the sim. You know, it doesn't mean to say they wouldn't want to do it in real life, but for whatever reason they can't or won't. Circumstances. So they do it in a sim. You're gonna go for your HDV license. Nice. So, I mean, I don't know if that's kind of giving you a bit of insight into why I'm not doing that. But I still enjoy trucking. There are many people who play truck sim. No intention of becoming truck drivers IRL, but they just love putting a bit of music on, jumping in a truck, hauling some cargo. For no material benefit other than a bit like sitting on the beach reading a book. You do it because you want to and it's fun. Well, thank you, Atta. Although sometimes it's not fun because, you know, the AI map bugs and the AI being what it is, sometimes it can be a downright rage. I have 2 close friends who are truck drivers in real life. They say they love driving, but there's no money in it these days. I've heard, because I know truck drivers as well, and I can't speak for the US, I can only speak for the UK, but in the UK, they say the money is made in long haul. If you're like a short haul driver, there's no money to be made anymore. So if you do the long distance stuff, you can make money. Well, that's another thing, Slane, is if you want to become a truck driver, you need to find the thousands of pounds to invest in your own future. So then you're back to that problem of you either save the money up and then use it to try and change career, or you get a loan out and take a risk that you'll get a job and it will pay more money. And it is an absolute risk, because you may do the training and then you can't find work because they say to you, well, you haven't got the experience or you haven't got these licenses or whatever. The money comes from the overtime. Yeah, but there's quite, like, it's heavily regulated. There's quite strict, there's quite a lot of restrictions on how many hours you can actually drive a week now. If you stay a company driver and don't own your own truck, you can make a decent living. Global Mills. I think the best thing to do is to talk to people like who've been truck drivers for 10 years or more, because they'll have the lowdown. They'll know what it's like. They can tell you. If you're thinking of changing career, you're thinking of investing money in your training, like, ask a driver. Go to Truckfest and speak to drivers. Drive time's limited to 10 hours daily, working time is 15. Yeah, but there's like a weird rule as well, Dave, where so many per week you can flex. How much is not much money then? My mate earns 30k a year basic salary, not long distance either. I don't know. Everybody's different. Everybody, like, it depends where you live, Compat. If you was to live down near London, 30k basic salary is, you know, not gonna go very far compared to living, I don't know, up in the north of England somewhere. Because your mortgages and stuff is going to be a lot less because of house prices. So it's all relative to where you live. Hertfordshire based. Well, Hertfordshire's not cheap. What's the average price of a house in the UK now? Is it 180,000? Yeah. So you're going to be looking at £1,000. No, maybe, hang on, £600-700 a month mortgage, probably, something like that. Which is going to be about seven grand. Add your bills on, you're probably looking at least 12 grand, maybe more. Add your food on top, blah blah blah, you're up 15, 16. Like, the amount you've got is starting to look less and less and less and less and less. Chris said, thank you for 15 months. In the US, trucking industry is 70,000 or so. So that's not quite twice as much, but substantially more than the UK. Long haul in Europe is hours to day. Long haul in America is 4 to 5 day trip. I'm not sure what you mean by that, to be honest. Trucking will be taken over by AVs in our lifetime. The thing is, like, if you think about what trucking is, it's moving goods around, it's logistics. And logistics and production will always try to automate wherever they can. But there'll always be people and places that live out in the sticks, you know? And then it can't be automated, or it's not commercially viable to automate that. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Self-driving trucks are one thing, but to get them to handle the complexities of a road, that's a different story. You've seen what the AI is like in this game. Imagine a truck, an automated truck makes a turn at a T-junction, and then people do stupid things in front of it. Like, it can't get out and ask people to move. It will just sit there and not know what to do until somebody comes and reboots it and drives it. The thing people have to understand about automation is that it doesn't know how to deal with unexpected circumstances. That's what people do. People are problem solvers. They deal with things like that's the reason why there's still pilots in a plane. 2 pilots in a plane. Even though the systems on board now will pretty much fly 95% of the flight, there are still 2 pilots on board. For the very reason that if something goes wrong or something unexpected happens, they are there to get the passengers back on the ground. I can't see it being any different in a truck. Yeah? Once a truck encounters a problem that it's not been coded to handle, it will not know what to do.